Okay, part 2. So something told me to go home and search it up, put his name in my computer. So I got home, boom, 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 boom. Boom. Wouldn't you know? He pop up on Megan's Law. I'm like, not Megan's Law. Oh my God. Who was I really talking to? So I hit it to see the charges and what landed him there. Not that it mattered, but I'm invested at this point. So I look it up, and the things that I read, that man should not have the ability to still be able to walk around this earth freely, as those charges were sick. Now, you know I can't say too much on here, so I'm going to tell you, but you guys are going to have to figure out what I'm saying. So, his charges was sexual assault on a person under the age of 11. How do I say this? Ratomize a person under the age of 11. I'm boiling. I'm pissed. I'm heated. I'm like, you gotta be effing kidding me. But dude is resilient. You know what I'm saying? He called to state his case, right? It's nothing in the world he could have said to me that would justify anything I read. Period. He wasted his time. But let me hear what this demon has to say. Hello, what's up? Hey, can I just explain myself? I says, shoot. Well, it wasn't me. It was me and the homies, and we were all hanging out, and blah, blah happened, and I just took the rap. There again, I don't understand if he thought I was born yesterday, that day, or the time that he was running the crap out of his choppers. Again, I don't know if he thought I was not smart, but he was so stinking wrong. He should have known when I hit him that I read those charges that I wasn't what he thought I was. So, and you know, I just say sometimes I see the higher power always steps in when needed. Because my intentions of calling him was nothing about what rabbit hole I end up going down on him. It had nothing to do with that. But the higher power made sure I was made aware of what I was dealing with and what demon was on my phone. So it was my first. So let me tell y'all something. Now I ain't too smart. I hung in the streets a little bit. I think I know a little bit about the streets, and I think I know a little bit about certain things are taboo. Now I know a dude will take a robbery charge, a murder charge, all kind of charges, but one type of charge ain't nobody gonna raise their hand and say me, it was me. Ain't gonna happen, because that's a no-no in the hood, in the lockup system. That's a no-no. So who would take that jacket that you have to deal with for the rest of your life? Who would own that jacket? A person will own a murder charge even though they didn't do it. they will own that. They'll go down for that. Not me. I'm telling on everybody. But I digress. That's a charge ain't no man gonna take and own it and say it was me when it wasn't him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I digress. So I'm like, you gotta be effing kidding me, please. And it was Easter. And because he invited me over to meet his family for Easter. That was gonna can you still just come over for Easter? I told this fool, I said, don't you ever in your life dial this number. Block it. I'm blocking you. If you contact me any type of way, I have already printed out all of your paperwork and I sent it to my brother, who is an officer. I advise you to leave me alone. Right? Right. In that, I'm sick, so I get on the phone. Now, he's staying in a little area that ain't none of that going down. So I was telling him at that time, my best friend, like, hey, XYZZZ live XYZ. What? Word? I know that live over there. I'm going to put the word out there. Do what you do. Do what you do. But, yeah, he's over there with a, yeah. So, I digress. So, okay, so, yeah. So, now, remember, we're going to go back to the beginning of the story when I said he told me that he worked construction and that every morning he had to go sit in class for construction. Now, my second job, I'm routine on how I drive. I drive a certain street, a certain time. That's how I get to my job, dude. But on this street, there is a parole office. So, right after that happened, I'm driving down the street. I glance over at the parole office, and guess who I seen standing out at that parole office? Wasn't at no construction, nothing. Constructing what? Just a pass so you can stay out, man. But I digress. I would, from that day forward, I would see him almost on a regular. I don't think he ever seen me, but I would see him because it would be in passing. And I'm like, this dude right here is just, yeah. So after that went down, time went on. And so one day I just clicked his page again. I just wanted to see what he was up to. And what I seen was, let me explain something. I don't care, daddy, brother, uncle, mother, anybody that I know has ever been committed to the penitentiary for a crime as such would no longer be my father, my brother, my nephew, my cousin. Those ties would be chopped, okay? So as I'm strolling, it's a post, and he's standing with two little girls. And there's a post, about 3 and 5 years old. And the post says, I'm so excited. My daughter finally allowed me to babysit my granddaughters. I looked at them smiling faces and I thought to myself, his daughter needs to be just like her daddy. Because ain't no MFing way. Do you want to know how old the child was that I keep telling you guys about? These kids, 3, no more than 6. We live in a sick world. So the moral of the story is, on those dating sites, I say do a full background check, because you don't never know who you talking to. I'm going to leave. I would appreciate if you guys would, I'm trying to build my channel, and I would appreciate a small subscribe, hit the like button, comment, and it will be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for listening to my story time. Bye guys.